License registration?
Hey, can't actually find the registration. I've had this thing so many years.
Are we doing anything wrong, officer?
You're not wearing your seatbelt.
You fuck.
Sorry about that, sir.
Where you boys headed?
Creston. Yeah, we're gonna visit a friend in Creston.
Where does your friend live?
High near the school. Right near the high school, sir.
Right, high school.
It's a yellow house. I can't remember the name of the street, but I know how to get there once I see the school.
There's a steeple somewhere, I think.
You remember your friend's name?
Yep. Yeah.
What is it?
Michelle. But it's a dude.
Yeah, but Michel.
Yeah, he's Russian.
French.
He's both.
Russian.
If you boys are looking to score some weed, you're in the wrong place. You want to get on 36, go north to Nelson. That's where Canada grows its finest green. You boys, really good day. Wear your seatbelts.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks.
Ahoy, tent pirates, plant parents, conscious consumers, and the morbidly curious. Welcome to Cultivation Conversation, a podcast for growers by growers. Come chat with our hosts, Captain Autoflower, the Real Green Monster, and myself, Girl Go Grow. Grab a bouquet of your favorite flowers, apparatus of choice, and don't forget the fire while I tell you about the special companies that help keep this ship afloat. We are busy people, and we demand the best for our plants, so all three of us automate our grows with Autopots. Available in over 63 countries, gravity-powered Autopot systems rely on no pumps, no timers, and no power to operate. This plant-driven automated watering is so precise, it will reduce consumption of feed while increasing yield. An effective and efficient way to delegate a little responsibility. Let your plants feed themselves. Use code CC10 at autopot-usa.com. If quality is the name of your game, look no further than AC Infinity. AC Infinity's grow tents, lights, accessories, and ventilation systems offer reliability and affordability along with total environmental control. Use code CULTIVATION on acinfinity.com to save even more. Frass Valley produces the highest quality superworm frass. Naturally strengthen your plants and enhance their resistance to pests and disease. Use code CC10 at frassvalley.com. We are big fans of Mass Hydroponics. Whether you're a local in Massachusetts or accessing their full online catalog, they are your one-stop shop for all of your growing needs. Use code CC10 at mass-hydro.com.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? Welcome back, mofos.
Hello, my darlings.
What up, guys? Are you with us, Mr. Monster?
You here, bud?
God damn it. I had my mic physically muted, not digitally as well. Fucking moron.
Oh,
yeah, a little rusty. It's been a while.
No worries. Hey, yeah, it's been a couple weeks, nothing,
yes.
Just a little summer break. I hope everyone...
Hello to everyone in the chat. We missed you.
We did.
So good to be back.
We missed you, but at the same time, we enjoyed the hell out of our vacations. I don't know about you guys, but I sure did.
Definitely needed some time. It's like I said before, I think we may have taken a week or two off the whole 3+ years we've been doing the show. Not gonna lie, I was getting a little burnt out. I had some other shit going on. But it feels great to be back, man. I missed this. You know, I missed doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you and me both. Well, did you do anything fun? Anything like new and good we can do real quick?
Not really. No.
Not yeah, you
No.
had a staycation.
Yeah.
Well, you were telling me you got a new guitar. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. This may hurt some fellow guitar players, but I had a '69 SG Classic, and it was a museum piece. It wasn't player. I'm a player. I'm not a collector. I dumped it, picked up a LTD EC 1000, and
You lovingly rehomed it?
a Fender Strat for my son. Yeah, like, look, I was able to take that guitar and purchase 2 brand new guitars that I can play and be happy with, and some other shit too. And look, it was one of those things that, like, I don't want to get too deep in this because this is a cannabis podcast, but
It's all good.
it was I was afraid to play the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't want a guitar. I'm not a collector. Like, musical instruments are definitely investments if you buy the right one. All right. But that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it to play, man. I'm a player.
You. Well, you're happy with the decision. That's all that matters, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you got your son playing too, and that's
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking cool.
Absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned. So, G3, anything you did new and good? Anything exciting?
Nope.
My God, you guys are such downers.
I know. It's so boring. God.
Just
I bought
playing.
some seeds.
Yo, real life. Real life, though. Bought seeds? Yeah. What kind of seeds?
I finally broke down and got those golden goat S1s from Irie.
Nice.
So.
Little Rasta Jeff.
Yep. We'll see how that goes.
Cool. Well, that's like one of his, his staples. He's doing
Plus,
a lot.
it's like the only way you can kind of find golden goat. And I understand that it's a clone-only strain, and this is there's like a long story about how this is made.
Did you
And
look into that story?
No. But I know
you
there
should.
is one.
Yeah, go just pull up he's got a whole podcast episode dedicated to talking about it. It's actually pretty cool what he did.
Yeah. On my list.
Nice.
Well, cool.
So,
you got some.
yes,
She's growing some
there is
photo
a story.
periods
We'll get
coming
there.
soon.
We're gonna grow
Nice.
some photo periods. I think I have some good selections for photos actually. So
Hell
that
yeah.
might be a nice shift. I'm gonna flip them early though because girl can't wait around forever. Things take too long.
That's
Give me a photo period on an autoflower timeline. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna flip super early.
absolutely. We can ease into it and talk about that. I mean, I think that's certainly possible. Right?
Yeah, why not?
Do it the right way. Why not?
Just
Why not?
flip them right around, get them in the auto pots, let them adjust for a week, flip them.
It's possible. All right. Well, we'll put that on the back burner for a minute here. I went to Niagara Falls with my wife.
Tell us all about this. I
our
can't wait for
anniversary.
these stories.
It was amazing. We visited a Canadian dispensary. Well, first of all, I got to give a special shout out to Liquid Lizard Grows, who lives near the Canada-U.S. border, and graciously allowed me to use his residence as my personal stash house for the weekend. Because I had to bring up my personal stash for the car ride.
Of course.
That's just kind of how I do things around these parts. But then of course couldn't cross the border with such things in my
I'll tell you
possession.
all about
I
that.
learned
We
my
have
lesson
learned
from
that lesson
Yeah.
already.
Monsta told me all about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned our lesson. So I got to drop off my stuff, cross the border, then weave my way into a Canadian dispensary. I got some pretty good stuff. about what you'd expect from a dispo. You know what I mean? Like really good looking nugs, like rock hard for whatever reason.
How do they do that? How do they make them so very dense like that? It's unlike anything I've ever seen out of a Homegrow before. And the way they
Agree.
plunk when you drop them, it's so strange. How does that happen?
Agree.
I don't think they're using any. I saw the comment PGRs from Easy. They're not using.
I don't
any,
think it's PGRs.
Look,
I mean,
they're-
definitely not in Pennsylvania, at least.
No, they're especially not in Canada. Canada's really strict about what's allowed.
Well,
and
I mean,
everything.
Yeah.
let's break it down real quick. Like, so what do we mean when we say PGR? A plant growth regulator.
Yeah, I almost hate to use that term because there are natural PGRs that are completely fucking, harmless.
So could they be using some of those that perhaps pass testing and aren't a problem as far as
Possibly, but I mean,
consumption?
a lot of it's growing technique. I mean, there's so many factors: temperatures, genetics. Like you got to remember, right? This is a business for these people. They're gonna pick shit that's gonna do what they want it to do. It's gonna give them their metrics, their numbers.
Yeah.
So
No, I have
something like
I have
that.
a theory.
You're gonna get denser product.
I don't know, but this stuff is it's really dense without necessarily being much heavier. It's so odd the way
you're
the
right.
dispensary bud is versus Homegrow. Just the physical structure. It's very odd to me.
Now we had I'd like to bring it up here. Grow in the Mitten says vacuum seal. That's one of my theories.
Maybe.
They
You'd think you get a lot of misshapen buds that way then.
I have
If
a
it's
feeling
helping with that much density.
I do have a feeling that their ability to invest in like professional drying equipment and everything that comes along in the post-harvest process. There's a lot of expensive machinery you can get, like, entire rooms that like are just they're set up to cure a product, like you would hang a salami from. If you're making salami, you hang salami in a room somewhere. You gotta let it cure. It's got to be a conditioned room with all the environmental factors automated to be the perfect pinpoint, like on the dot amount. Okay, so it's the same thing with this stuff. They're able to buy a bunch of expensive stuff and dry it and cure it much better. I think it really comes down to that in a lot of cases. And maybe vacuum sealing it has, a little bit to do with that too. You ever vacuum seal your bud?
I have. I've never noticed one way or the other what it did to the product.
Oh, it
Never-
condenses
Made
it
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. So strange. I would love to spend a week in a grow just to learn how they do their thing.
Well, in any case,
Field trip.
the stuff was, I want to say 7 out of 10. I was happy with it, but it wasn't anything special. I vastly prefer my Homegrow, of course. Everyone
I think that
does,
you
right?
just described the vast majority of dispensary weed. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
okay. It does a
it's
good
fine.
job at being medicine for a lot of people.
Actually,
it
the
the
one,
best?
no,
Some of it's great. Some of it is really good.
Not
I will give them that.
flavorful. I would say not very flavorful, but the effects were nice. They were strong. They hit right away. Yeah, it was what I was looking for in that regard. And so I just gotta say real quick too, the wife and I got a little travel bong. That was our companion smoking device for the week.
Travel bong. Was
travel
it unbreakable?
Yeah, so imagine this is my showpiece right here. A little, I think it's a 10-incher, maybe 12, right? This thing was probably half the size and made out of silicone. And yeah, it was unbreakable.
Now,
But it did have a glass bowl piece. Okay.
did you notice a funny taste with the silicone pipes? I don't know if it's in my head or not, but I've tried like 100 of them, and I wanted it to be so fucking cool because like somebody gave me one, like you said, with a glass insert, silicone. It just, I don't know, it tasted weird. It might have all been in my head.
Did you put like apple juice in it to filter it or something, or was it water? I mean, like I didn't, but maybe, there could be different types of silicone that they use. Like honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
This one like I bought from the dispo. So I don't know. I assume it passed some sort of like quality control for like medical grade silicone or whatever.
I'm sure there's got to be a difference. I mean, I don't know.
But
I've tried a couple of them, and they all seem to give me that same. I couldn't even put my thumb on, but it was just I could taste something.
all right, well, just beware the bad silicone taste, I guess. But so we stuffed this little bong in my backpack. And wife was just like, "Are you sure? Are you sure that's gonna work?" Like, I don't know, like I'm like, "Listen, we're in Canada, like it's legal here. You can just sit on a park, take a bong out of your backpack,
across the border, you're fine,
and smoke a bong." And that is 100% true. Like, yeah, you can take your bong right out of your backpack and light it up. Right in public, and nobody says a word. It's amazing. In fact, some people might like give you that nod of approval. They might like be like, "Yo, that smells pretty good. You should share."
Well, I think that's a good segue.
So,
what are you smoking on?
Well, just because I took a rip, I will say this is Pineapple Stomper from Outcast Genetics, a friend of the show.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Who, in my humble opinion on autoflowers, I would say is one of the most vastly underappreciated breeders out there. You guys, you're sleeping on Outcast. I don't know how many times I got to tell you.
I was just saying it before the show, man. Like, especially like I noticed some chatter in the Discord about Sacred Watch. Fucking phenomenal plant. Very consistent, almost like clone-like consistency.
Yeah.
Just good smoke, big plants, big yield, easy to grow. What else do you want?
Easy to grow, man.
Yeah.
Like, I would recommend his gear for a beginner, for sure. Like for that reason, they're easy to grow. I don't feel like they ever like need any special attention, or, like need any more nutrients, or they're sensitive to nutrients or anything like that. They just flourish no matter what.
Tell us about it. What's he taste like?
Oh man,
does she taste like pineapple?
Yes. She does. She tastes like a funky pineapple. It's got that rotten fruit note.
Ooh, I'm listening.
And a distinctly pineapple one though, not mango, not kumquat, not rambutan.
I don't
guava,
know that I would be able to
dragon
distinctly
fruit.
identify rambutan, or even maybe a kumquat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
I don't even think I've seen those.
Can you even buy those things at the grocery store?
No, you absolutely can't. You got to go to a specialty, one of those Asian supermarkets for one of those bad boys. But yeah, hold on. Just because it's a new era too, I want to show you guys. Listen, new era of the show.
Smoke weed every day.
We got the soundboard back, guys. We got the soundboard back. Thanks to donations like yours, we are able to support the show. But yeah, no. Again, Pineapple Stomper, phenomenal stuff. I know he just had a drop recently, guys. I think it was a bunch of like Raspberry Reaper.
If you like collab, right?
Fruit, yep, absolutely. another friend of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to BGG.
Cool.
Breeder.
These guys getting together and like having kids.
Two solid motherfuckers right there.
Yeah, talent plus talent. How can you go wrong?
No, just getting together and making babies, making plant babies.
We have like
Approve of
such
this.
a good
I totally
group
ship this.
of friends of the show, breeders that just fucking produce so much fire. Like, sit back and think about it.
It's true.
All the breeders we've had on the show, they all produce fire. Everybody loves it. Good members of the community, you know. I gotta get over and see
lucky.
BGG.
Yeah, he's practically your neighbor.
Pretty much. I mean, we were closer, you know, but now I'm still pretty close to him. About 15-minute drive.
That
Well-
is close.
Yeah.
President
Oh
running
yeah,
into the
so you
grocery
moved
store.
back out to the coast again?
No, I'm in northwest Massachusetts. Yeah, far away from the ocean.
Okay.
Much to my dismay.
Oof. No fishing, no deep sea fishing for you.
Nah, if I want to do that, I got to take a 2-hour drive.
Thanks.
Well, I hope you get back there soon, dude.
Absolutely, me too.
In the meantime, what do you have in your pipe?
I am smoking on some 91 octane from Exotic Genetics.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a strain I've seen in dispos, and
It's
so
really good smoke. It's pure gas, man. It's fucking pure gas. It really
As
is.
one
And-
would expect.
yeah, and like
Better
they so a friend of mine had grown some out, and he gave me a nug a while back, and I smoked it and loved it, and I was like, I actually messaged him a couple of hours before the show. I was like, man, you got any more of that 91? 91 octane? And he did, and he hooked me up with some that he grew. It's phenomenal smoke, man. He did a good job with it. It really is good shit. I love a good gas strain. I mean, I haven't had a good gas in a while just because I haven't grown it. Some of them can be kind of finicky, and but yeah, I definitely want to get a cut of this, and he said it was pretty easy. So.
Now, I'm like wondering, that's got to have, it can't just be like, 91 octane, what you see, type of gas you see at the gas station. Maybe it's that premium gas you reach for your Porsche or something like that, but it's got to have Chem 91 in it.
I didn't actually do the research on this. I should know this. I think you're right, and then there's something else, some other strain that's not coming to the top of my mind, but there are a few different breeders, I believe, of 91 octane. Yeah, and this one came from Exotics.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, try to grab a clone for sure. That'd be cool.
I mean, I've smoked a lot of strains that say they're gassy and whatnot. This one I mean, it's all gas, fucking love it.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah. Good show weed.
Yeah, that stuff will get you super loopy, man. So careful.
I'm already fucking looped anyway.
Just careful. Don't overindulge. But yeah, what about the lady?
I have some Mango Isle Night Owl.
Oh yeah, she's always got something mango. It wouldn't be.
It's my jam, man. I like
It wouldn't be cultivation conversation if G3 wasn't smoking mango.
This is
I'm gonna
true.
take a break
This
from
is-
mangoes for a while after this.
It just feels so comfy, guys.
I've got I do
We're
have
back.
a lot of mango to get through, but
We're back. G3's got the mango.
makes me a happy girl.
We are back.
Hey, she knows what she likes. My neighbor's dog won't shut the fuck up. I love dogs, but these dogs, man, are fucking nuisances. Oh, God. Is the mic picking that up?
No,
Thank
I
fucking
got a little
God.
noise gate on them, but like, dude,
Yeah.
listen. So, little aside, man. We got to ease into the show, guys. Of course. Listen, we've been on a break. I was saying it the other day. I love dogs. I love all animals. Okay. I'm an animal lover. And this sentiment is born out of how much I love animals, okay? I got a problem with people who have big dogs in small houses. Like working breeds. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're going to own a big dog, you should own a big piece of property to go with that dog and like let it do its thing like it was born to do, you know? Run around, guard the property. The
majority of the time, yes. There are, of course, people that work really hard to exercise their dog outside their house, but
yeah, I mean, you can get away with it.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, but I think what Cap's referring to is the people
I'm talking about like apartments and people who are in the city with like, you know, I'm just
if they don't take the extra effort to make sure their dog gets the appropriate amount of exercise.
Okay, we can add that part too. Like, yeah, if they're not like a very active dog owner taking them for walks and making sure they're you know, taken care of in that sense. But like, right, I don't know. Exactly. I feel like just get a little dog. Just get a little Cocker Spaniel or something. They're fine. Like, they're cool. You don't have a big yard and a big property. Just go with a small dog, maybe. I'm going to get so much hate for this, man. Dog people. I'm more of a cat guy, not going to lie. But, like, I get it. I love dogs, too. But, like, I don't have a big house, so I don't have a big dog.
I'm more of a dog guy myself, but you ever see that meme with the fucking cats saying like man's best friend? We'd never rat you out. You know what I mean? Like exactly. they don't have drug sniffing cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. They just. I see nothing. I ain't talking. I ain't talking. But yeah. Anyway, get at me at Captain Autoflower on Instagram. You got a problem with my opinions? Talk to me. Talk to me.
You get in a fight with big dog owners.
Slide into his DMs. You heard.
What the fuck you gonna do?
You're gonna do nothing. That's
Stick their dogs on you. That's what they're gonna do.
Oh man, it's good to be back. It really is. It really is. So all right, I heard a big announcement today. You know, big product drop in the community. We got promo videos for this thing. We got, you know, like weeks, I felt like, of just like teasing us of like, what is it going to be? What is the new AC Infinity product going to be?
How long did they actually tease it for?
I don't know. It felt like forever.
A couple of days, I think, right?
I'm being hyperbolic, of course, but this agonizingly long promo period.
What are they going to tell us?
I'm biting my what's it going to be? It's going to be something so useful. It's going to be like a freeze dryer that's like half the price of the Harvest Right. It's going to be what could it be? What else could it be? I really did think it was going to be a freeze dryer, but
I was actually kind of hoping myself because Harvest Right needs some fucking competition.
Yeah, right. I don't know. That was my first like inclination. It's going to be awesome. Oh, the other one I thought was like a Canatrol clone because I saw like what looked like shelves. You know,
that's coming.
The shelves, right? It's got to be, man. Someone's got to be out there, right? But please. But so the product comes, and it's an air conditioner. It's an air conditioner.
It's like a air conditioner heater combo.
It's
correct.
Yeah. Okay. So it heats, it air conditions, it dehumidifies.
Right, and
correct?
It's supposed to be able to move air outside as well through like tubing. It's supposed to be like full air temperature control in a box.
Environmental control in a box.
In a box.
All right, here. We'll do it some justice if we're going to talk about it.
Isn't it called like the Terraform too?
The Terraform. Isn't that like what you do to a barren planet if you're an advanced alien species?
Yes, you can control the air.
All right. Yeah, they're getting ambitious with the name there. Okay, we're terraforming our.
Well, at least it's not like the TC 120, like, or whatever the fuck they, their naming system now sucks. So might as well come up with fake words.
I'm actually really excited to see if it works. Sometimes, a lot of times, their stuff really works.
Terraform series.
So
it looks a little bit like a.
I mean,
it looks like I want to find a picture of it because it looks ridiculous. It looks like an octopus.
Oh yeah, with all of the things out.
All right, here we go. It looks like a goddamn octopus, right?
I love that picture.
Look at this picture. Like,
it's so
this is the most cumbersome looking air conditioning device I've ever seen. Like, I tried to bring a girl home from the bar, but then she saw the octopus attached to my window and she ran.
Tell me
screaming.
That thing doesn't have personality. Come on. It's so funny. It looks like he belongs in Monsters.
Oh my god! Oh, we're getting a close up here. No, it's got 4 arms. Okay, it's got 4 legs. Like this is some kind of This is the Kraken right here. The Kraken AC unit. Okay,
Dude,
again, I want to say the price is $700.
Does it humidify and dehumidify as well?
It fucking better. It better sing the national anthem.
I think it's all of that in one.
And do tap dance as well. Okay.
Sing the national anthem. I don't want any of my equipment singing the national anthem.
All right. It better at least play the 1812 overture through like a shitty Bluetooth speaker. Like, dun, 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 dun. Gotta have the canon.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. But, I'm on board for that. Good.
All right. Listen. Okay. I am so let down. Okay. I don't care how cool this thing is. All right. This is an 8,000 BTU portable AC unit, a dual vented AC unit. Okay. Those things exist. This is not that innovating. This is not like, doesn't take months, if not years of R&D to come up with a portable fucking air conditioner.
Wait, so is it or is it not a air conditioner, heater, humidifier, and dehumidifier in
It's
one?
not a humidifier.
It's not a humidifier.
Didn't it say
and from the way I understand it,
it dehumidifies.
It does dehumidify. Okay.
Yep.
I could be wrong, but the way I understand it is that in order to convert it to a heating unit, some modifications need to be done. It doesn't just like automatically do that and switch between the 2 modes. Again,
What?
I
For
could be wrong.
It better automatically do everything it's
I
supposed
could
to
be
do.
wrong.
No, I don't think you'd have to do any switching around. So here's my take on it. A good now, like all right, let me preface this by saying everybody knows that I am fucking game to bash AC Infinity with the best of them. I've been doing it for a long fucking time. Long before we had a coupon code, by the way, which is Cold Cultivation, if you want to grab one of these for yourself. But all right, here's my opinion on it. It's actually not a bad deal, and I'll explain why.
All right.
Most of their products, actually, to my surprise, are pretty fairly priced. There are some that I think are a little expensive, but for the most part, I think they have competitive pricing on everything they offer. I will say that. Now, if this does everything that it says it does, and it's truly rated at 8,000 BTUs, it's not a terrible deal, and I'll explain why. If you go out and you buy a good quality dual hose portable air conditioner that can do heat, which there aren't a whole lot of them, by the way. Not all of them do heat. Most of them don't. You're gonna spend around $500, maybe $600 anyway. To have the AC Infinity brains in it that connect to the UIS, it's not a terrible deal. Now, it does look ridiculous, right? But it's because it's giving you functionality that you're really not going to get from a typical portable air conditioner. I've said it before, I hate portable air conditioners, and there's a reason why. But if you can get a dual hose one, they are far more efficient than a window air conditioner.
Okay.
And this is pretty cool with the ducting on the right hand side there to be able to go to your tent and spread out the air. Like, now, if it was myself, I wouldn't purchase something like this because I can DIY a regular dual hose air conditioner for a little bit less money and still have the same function. You can still connect any air conditioner to the UIS. You don't need an AC. You don't need an AC Infinity one.
Someone mentioned it in the chat. I want to give him a shout out. Porkaholic says, "Isn't every AC unit also a DHU, like by nature?"
Yes and no. They have they'll naturally take water out of the air. They will have, some of them have what you call like a dry mode where you can run them. That'll help dehumidify, but you can't. Most of them, I've come across a couple. Most of them, you can't set a humidity parameter and have it maintain that. Just
okay,
and just be a humidifier. So again,
all right.
If
the
it
brains
does,
in this thing are pretty cool. Then
if it does everything that it says it can do and it won't catch your house on fire, then at $700, it's really not that bad of a deal. I mean, most people aren't going to be able to DIY that type of duct work to their tent. Like, it's going to look like shit and it'll probably be inefficient. It's a dual hose unit, so it's more efficient than your window air conditioner. It's way more efficient than your single hose. The single hose ones really are just, they're like for a pinch. I mean, I have one and I hate using it. It's just, they're so inefficient. They take all the cold air that they've blown into your room and exhaust it right out the fucking port. These use fresh air, so they work a little bit differently.
You got to exhaust that air somewhere. I mean, I have a single hose AC unit that I use in my dry tent. You know, and I've attached what's called a register box to the outlet of the cold air, and like a little bit of 4-inch ducting, just like, you know, this thing. Bring that into the tent. I picked this AC unit up at a neighborhood yard sale. I think it was $75 for a 10,000 BTU unit. It does the job that I need it to do. I don't use it for really anything other than this dry tent, because, like you said, it exhausts a shit ton of hot air. But I do have ducting connected to that, as well as like a fan to help that along and bring it into a different part of my basement, so it kind of just keeps it away from the whole air conditioning setup. It works great.
They all exhaust hot air. The advantage of having the dual hose is it gets its air from the outside to cool and gives you cold air, as opposed to sucking the cold air that it just blew. That it just gave you. That's how a single, and it's the same way a window air conditioner works. They're not great either.
So this is my question, man. It's like, so I'm looking at this picture, and it looks to me like, you know, you got your tent sealed up. Mm-hmm. You got, you know, a ducting at the top and a ducting at the bottom. Like your intake and your outtake are coming from this unit now?
No.
Is it exhausting the air anywhere? Like how does this work with your, you know, the exhaust setup you already have in place? It's a lot of questions, a lot of moving parts.
I think that none of us really have a deep understanding on how exactly it works yet. It's hard to tell from these diagrams, but
no,
it looks like it definitely offers more than your traditional roll around fucking portable AC. Is it worth $700? It's close, in my opinion. Like I said, a high quality dual hose portable AC that can do heat as well is gonna run you $500-$600 all day long.
All right. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say it's not fairly priced, and granted, AC Infinity makes very high end products, almost too high end. Like, you know, sometimes you don't need such quality equipment in certain areas of your grow, I would say, if you're on a budget. But
If you're
like,
really
I don't know.
struggling to control your
Listen,
environment, though,
if you
like,
got-
there is a good chance
Again, if
that
you,
could
it's,
help.
if this is your hobby, you like doing it, you got the money, like, go for it. You know, answer all of our questions and be the guinea pig. You know, just hope it works and your house doesn't burn down and it's all.
Yeah.
I look forward to
I-
hearing how it works from a reputable source.
I have some questions on whether or not it really is 8,000 BTUs. Because generally speaking, portable air conditioners, whatever the rating they give you, you can pretty much knock 20% off of that, and that's what your real BTUs are. So I'm wondering, you know, the real way to tell is power consumption. How much power does it really draw?
I'm also curious, you know, if like this is the Terraform 7, if they're going to come out with a smaller unit.
Well,
for
I
a
think
smaller size tent, because like this is meant to just condition a tent. Like you're going to have a probe in the tent that's sensing the current state of the tent. It's not going to be like attached to the outside environment at all, right? And then it's just going to be based on that.
I mean, it really does look basically closed circuit, right? Between
It
the
does,
circuit
and
and the
you
outside.
can
So I
use
get-
it
I
as like
get
a
the
lung room
sense-
AC if you really wanted to.
I get the sense that this is intended to be used in like a closed loop sort of system that is like kind of by nature, you're going to have to supplement with CO2, aren't you?
Well, no, because it's
It's pretty
intaking.
fresh air from the outside.
optimum results.
No, because
Like-
the way it's working is it's intaking air from the outside. So
Yeah.
it's blowing the hot air out that the unit itself is exhausting, and then at the same time intaking fresh air from the outside and turning that into ice cold air for you.
Yeah. So it's just pulling in from the outside. So it's not fully closed. It's just open only to the
Okay.
outside. Nothing to your lung room at all.
My question though, somebody brought up, this is a good point. Especially if you're using this for the grow, that thing's gonna exhaust some fucking gnarly smells.
Yo, that's my
Carbon
again. Like, where
filter.
does the carbon filter go in this
Yep.
equation? Like,
Maybe you don't run all of the tubes at the same time. No, you really would need to because in and out.
You would need the two exhaust intake tubes for the in and out, and then the other tubes,
Definitely.
it's up to you.
so
Yeah.
you don't have to run it in octopus mode.
No. And I heard there were some people, I'm not going to call them out by name, but there are some people who said that it's like a mini split on wheels. It is 1000% not like a mini split on wheels.
Okay.
It's a cool little unit. I question its efficacy. If it does what they say it does, and it truly is 8,000 BTUs, and it's a quality unit, look, everything they've put out has been good, but they've had some bugs along the ways. Their fucking fans, which is far less technology than this, sucked when they first came out, and they had to make some changes. I'd like to think
better
that
now.
they are, and I'd like to think that they've learned from that. So, all that being said, if it is what they say it is, I don't think the $700 price tag is outrageous. I question whether or not you really need that.
Well, it's like there are existing products that do this very thing. Like not so much as with the brains of it, like you said, you know, but you can also hook up any AC unit to the UIS system and run it in like smart mode with a probe. Okay. Like you can do that with your $75, don't do it with your $75 portable AC unit you got at a garage sale, but do it with the $250 8,000 BTU unit that you can get at Lowe's. Like, you know,
Yeah, but then if
I'm
you're
still
gonna
on
need a
team
heater and an air
window unit.
conditioner. I don't know.
Team-
I feel like
team
if you're
window unit.
struggling with your environmental controls, this could be a big help if you don't want to mess with all of the additional shit. Because, like, So say you get an external air conditioner and you hook it up to the system using their plugs, and then you get an air conditioner, you get a heater, you hook both of them up. They still don't talk to each other, right? I assume this unit, since it's all in one, both the heating and the air conditioning will talk to each other.
Well, the UIS system simplifies that. You can hook really anything up to it, and
Yeah, you could hook up a little Honeywell here.
and you just set parameters and on each port, and it will do whatever you want it to do.
Wow.
Look, if you don't need the heat, like if you never have any intention of using this for heat, don't buy it. I think it's a waste of money. If you just need, a portable AC, which I always try to steer people against, but look, sometimes it's really your only solution. Why do you think the fucking things exist? Buy a dual hose one. Worth the extra money.
Like this one, I suppose.
And you can get a middle of the line dual. Because I did a little research for the show. You can get a middle of the line dual hose model on Amazon, 8,000 BTUs for like $250, $300.
Dude, does this like take
Cheaper than a big
place? Does this take over for your existing exhaust setup? Like I'm so confused how this is supposed to work.
Well,
with, like,
see, all right,
So
your
that's
inline
instead of an
fan
inline?
and all this stuff.
it's
but-
going to depend on your situation, right? Like, so I at some of the grows I run, we have to stop exhausting and use air conditioning. So it'd be one of those things where, like, maybe during the winter, you have no problem shooting that heat out, right? But then when the summertime comes, no matter how fucking loud you crank that even 8-inch fan, it's not going to be able to get all your heat out. So that's when you have to run AC. So you'd probably just turn, you want to have some air moving. So sometimes what I would do is just set the exhaust fan on like a timer parameter where it just shoots some air out every now and then, gives you brings some good air into the room. Right. And then you'd use the AC. But
listen,
my question is the carbon filtration. I saw on some of the previews that it has like filters and whatnot. If this is really geared towards the grower, it needs some sort of carbon filtration.
Gonna stink. Gonna stink. But no, listen, I think AC, I want them to innovate. I want them to do the thing that they're claiming to do, which is like pushing the envelope, innovating, constantly coming up with cool new products. I just felt like this missed the mark. Like, this is not really all that innovative.
Innovative.
Yeah, I'm just innovative. But I wanted a fucking freeze dryer. I wanted a fucking Canatrol clone. Like, come on.
You're just mad you didn't get what you wanted.
And I will also say, like, will someone else step up to the plate? Some other company has to exist out there that can make all of these types of products too. Like, I guess it's fucking Mars Hydro, really, or Vivo Sun. Like, ultimately,
they don't innovate.
AC Infinity's just trying to like take over the market, man, monopolize our community.
I mean, there's not much you can do when there's no competition.
That's the thing. Like
Boku Bundaru.
I'm game to bash them a ton, but I think they've actually innovated a lot. Not necessarily with this, but I mean, before they were around, you really only had one good option for a silent, not silent, but quiet exhaust fan that ran on pulse modulation. It was the Hyperfan, and you had to buy that from Hawthorne. So, they've done some cool shit. The UIS system is cool. I've seen a couple of those UIS boxes melt firsthand. So, yeah, man, like I actually did a little research with somebody's box that melted, and they didn't have it set up right. The thing was turning on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And there's not going to be any system that's going to be able to handle that all the time. So you do have to set the thing correctly. There is some user error, but well, I don't know, man. Like,
in any case, I'm still excited to see a new product, and I'm always just like, I'm quick to be critical. I want it to defy my expectations. I want the damn thing to, like, When people out there get it, I hope it does everything that we said it would, including the 1812 overture. And most importantly, that. But I want to get into growing. I don't want to, harp on this the whole episode. So
Yeah, let's move on.
can we do that?
Absolutely. I've said all I can say about it.
Hell yeah. All right. Cool. Well, growing. Pretty cool, huh, guys?
I like it a lot.
How do I get this screen off? There we go. All right.
What would you say you do here?
I just fumble with things and try not to fuck up.
Fucking great movie, man.
It's hard. It is, man. All right. So I got, my like alter ego, Admiral is taken over. I got a tent full of photo periods, and I think we can do like a segue into what we had on the back burner there at the beginning, which is like veg time.
Yes.
Proper veg time for your photo period plants, because I feel like, I swore that if all the things that I wouldn't fucking do, I would not overgrow my tent again with
Famous
4
last words.
photo. the admiral's having some issues. He's always the one like going way too fast. Just steering the boat like in all sorts of crazy directions. Listen, photos give me a little bit of a hard time, guys, like they do. So I think I overgrew them again. Like I vegged too long.
How long?
I always seem to do that. Well, but they were smaller when I flipped. It's just like it doesn't seem to matter. Is it about the time or like the size of them? Or is it like once you put them into a fucking 9-gallon auto pot, all bets are off and they're just going to get huge either way?
There's a lot of that. How long did you veg them for?
So, as per, typical Admiral protocol, I kept them in 1-gallon pots for like 5 weeks, at least a month, and then I transplanted them into my big 9-gallon pots for another 2 weeks.
Dude.
So 6 to 8 weeks veg.
Dude.
I think you just answered your own question.
That's so.
Why don't you try? I want you to try this next time.
What do you do? Like, what do people do?
Yeah,
it's like,
I never veg longer than 2 weeks, man. 3 tops.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, 3 weeks tops, and then you flip them, man.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I was thinking 3 weeks.
And now, if you're starting from seed, maybe a month. But
they're like not even knee high. They're like up at your ankles, biting at your ankles.
You get explosive. You get quicker growth with cocoa. So maybe it's a different animal.
So all right, what if you plant regs? Like what if you're like me and you don't want to like waste soil and resources? You plant a bunch of reg seeds.
I think you're wasting more time doing that method than you would be if you just cut a top off and cloned it. Like you grow the plant 2 weeks, you cut a top, within 10 days you'll know. So now we're talking, 21 days, 22 days. So within a month, let's just say even a month max, you'll have sex. And then you have those other plants ready to go. As soon as you know the sex, you select the ones you want, veg them a week more if you want. I mean, but by then they should already be ready to go. And then boom.
And also just send them out for...
Yeah, that's also an option though. A lot of people are using these days, and that's real quick. You could take the cotyledon, and as soon as the fucking thing comes out of the ground, and send it to them.
Yep.
The cotyledon?
Yeah. Whatever you fucking call it.
Someone I'm just fucking with you, man.
You can.
Go away, Baton.
I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
I think
it's a cotyledon.
Cotyledon, whatever.
Cotyledon.
Potato.
The cotyledon.
Yeah. That might be your best. I think G3's got the ticket there. I think that's you should be your best approach.
So 6 to 8 weeks is far too long of a veg time, is what you're
Yes,
telling
sir.
me, guys. All right. Okay. You live and learn. Live and learn.
I mean,
Okay. Live and learn. Like,
did we not already live and learn this exact thing? Like very recently.
Cap's
They
like
were
a
way
brother from
smaller.
another mother. I tend to learn things the hard way. I think Cap's the same way. It just
I mean,
is what.
how many? Okay. How many times do your plants have to make you their bitch before you learn?
Never go full retard.
I don't know.
man.
I feel like they were way smaller when I flipped them, and I felt like that would make the difference. Okay, listen, I took proper steps in topping them multiple times, twice each, I should say. I topped all 4 plants twice, so I got what is that, 2, 4, so 8 tops.
8 tops.
You seem a little reluctant to change your method, and that's fine. Look, I'm a creature of habit too. Maybe if you tried a trellis net and bent them over and trained them.
So I did that as well.
Okay.
I learned my lesson about the support system. We talked about I definitely I learned on that front. So I have a trellis in there, and I was ducking and weaving and doing all that stuff. So again, they were so much smaller vertical wise than they were last time when I flipped them. However, I still feel like they are just they're in that phase where they're just growing so fast that it worries me a little bit.
Are these
That's all.
sativa leaning?
No, they're actually not. So that's another thing. They're I thought I'd be okay because they got fat fingered leaves.
Maybe you're just such a badass fucking grower that
I can't contain
you can't contain the beast,
They just I don't know. I think it's has a little bit to do with that that all-you-can-eat buffet with the unlimited refills and the auto pot system and the 9-gallon pots. It's just man, they make big fucking plants. Just
they do.
They're set up to succeed.
They
have everything they need.
Prepared.
That's also part of it. I think too that you've mentioned a couple times that 9-gallon fucking pots, man.
Be prepared.
I mean,
if you watch Jeremy on his Build a Soil YouTube, he did the same thing. He overgrew his tent, and that's in auto pots. And I think he was using the 13 gallons. You know what I mean? It's it's easy to do, guys.
That's almost too much. For me, that would be too much. Gallons.
They say, what's the saying? Overgrow the government, not your homegrow tent.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But it's.
I mean, I grow in 6s and I get huge fucking plants, so I can only imagine how big 9s and 13s get in auto pots.
The good news is, guys, I have a second trellis net in reserve, waiting in the wing for this exact situation. Where I felt like the stretch was just unmanageable. I could put that in, solve all my problems.
Dual nets.
Am I going to do that? Are dual trellis nets the way to go, or is the single net fine?
Yes, but I will say putting the second net up, at when you have the problem is a bit of a pain in the ass.
They're still yay high. They're not
How deep in flower are you?
a week.
Oh, you still got time. They're still stretching.
Yeah, they're still stretching. And
just get that net above where they are now, and you'll be good. I would get it in.
Cool.
If you think they're already out of control, absolutely, yeah. I mean, shit, I'll drive fucking. You're only 4.5 hours away now, Cap.
I know. Oh, all right. You're Western Mass.
Yeah.
Just cruise down 95, brother. You'll be
Fucking
here in no time.
Put that net up.
All right. Well, I will take your advice, sir. Like, I got it for this exact reason. One for spread, one for support.
Yeah.
One for spread, one for support.
Yeah,
that's how we're going to do our trellises.
I don't know if we've gone over this before, but you notice when you look for trellis netting that they make different size nets as far as the squares go. And you'd want the bigger squares on the bottom and the smaller squares on the top. The bigger squares will allow you to spread the bitch out.
That is a product request there, AC Infinity. There, you can innovate in that ball game. No, I got their trellis net.
I was going to say, I think
awesome,
they have trellis nets. Yeah.
They do, but they don't have two hole sizes for you. They only get one.
Is it one of those elastic ones?
It is, and it's actually very high quality. Like, it comes with
those are, but I hate them with a passion personally. I mean, everybody has. I think they're awesome. Like they work well, but getting the plants out of them, I'm a cut the trellis net guy. Like,
you don't. So what I think I'm gonna try to do this time, just because, like, listen, I got the Apple product trellis nets here. They came in like super nice packaging, and we had influencers talking about like the product release, and all this stuff costs money. So, like, very Gucci trellis nets. I'm hoping I can salvage them.
You can. But it just takes a little bit more work to get the plants up.
I think if I chop all the plants, okay, and then, like, it's just going to be so cumbersome when I do it. Like, I don't think, if I chop all the plants and keep the net, like, without cutting the net at all, and just hang all the plants with the nets, that's what I'm thinking. Hang all the plants with the nets, take the nets out as I'm trimming.
That's not a bad idea at all, actually.
I think it's your only option.
How do I do it? But it's how do I do that?
You just released the trellis netting, and
great.
You know, I've harvested rooms by myself before. You cut, especially if you have the net there, you just chop them off at the base, all your plants. The net will hold them up for you, and then you just release the net from wherever you have it attached to, and take them all out as one unit. You know, get some help from the wife, obviously, because it's a lot easier with two people. Yeah, you can pull it off. That's not a bad idea, actually. I used to, cool. Well, I used elastic trellis netting for years because I thought it was the fucking coolest thing ever. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this is a pain in the ass getting them out. It is a little bit more expensive to just buy disposable nets, but it's kind of worth it. I mean, in my opinion, fucking under $10, and you just cut it away and not worry about it.
All right, I'm gonna try to salvage them. I think I can do it.
I think you can.
I think I can do it. Would be nice, but I'm resigned to, like, acceptance. I will feel, I'll just be at a state of zen if I have to cut them. It is what it is, So, yeah, dual scrogging. Control your plants, guys. I mean, I think, again, like, we laughed, but I think I did learn my lesson. The Admiral is he's hard to teach. He's wild in his ways, but he can be taught. And I think, like, I think I got this one, guys. I'm excited for it. Should be cool.
It is harder to teach a old dog new tricks. You know what they say now.
Sure is, man. Sure is. So you guys are on team, like, what, 3-4 weeks veg tops?
Yeah, no more than that, really. There's just no need for it. They're gonna stretch a lot in flower and grow a lot and branch out. Like, I think that's where a lot of people mistake, because the plants look smaller, but they beast out in flower. There are a lot of people that even go 12-12 from seed. You can do that as well, and you'll end up with way bigger plants than you would have imagined. I can tell you that.
In the photos, yeah.
They don't flower like within. It takes them a couple weeks before they'll start flowering. They have to get to a certain height, even at 12-12.
So I do want to also say, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons I did this method again is because the breeder that I chose, he has like kind of a warning on some of these strains that, like, in certain conditions, like flowering too early, he mentioned, can be a common cause of herms. If you don't allow the plant to reach sexual maturity before you flip to flower, it can cause issues in some strains. His was one of those. Like, he gave a heads up. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, like, his solutions to those problems were like, you know, you want to wait until you see pre-flowers on your plants before you flip them. Like, they're, you know, when you veg too long and they're like dying to be flipped. Sometimes you'll get those pistils popping early before you even initiate 12-12. You ever see that?
Yep. Did he also say on the warning that you could take clones and get around that quicker?
He did. That was plan B that I straight away from. Listen, I have clones. I'm proud to say that I am a cloner. I successfully cloned my first. Well, I'm in the process of successfully cloning my first batch of plants.
Nice,
they have grown roots.
Nice.
Oh, congrats.
Must feel good.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
It's cool, yeah.
Well, dude, I think that's going to be huge for you because it was always something that you never wanted to do, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, I'm learning just like everyone else. Like, I don't profess to be like an expert of this plant in any way, shape, or form. And it's like,
I learn new shit all the time, man. Everybody learns. You got to learn. And if you're not learning, you're standing still, right? Like, I think a lot of people like that. Just like the term, like, I hate that term, fucking master grower. It's like,
well, I would assume a master grower at least knows how to clone and has done it a couple times.
Oh yeah.
but still, who can say they are? Because it's just it's a lifelong pursuit, and there are so many mysteries of this plant and the way that it works in your body and the way that it interacts with this ecosystem that we build and put it into, and all the things that happen in the soil and in the plant itself as it's growing. Like, dude, we don't know half the shit that's going on. We think we do, but we don't. We don't. We really don't. And it's like, so we're all learning together, publicly. Can be embarrassing sometimes, but like, we're here together. It's all right. No shame.
Man. Gotta learn.
Yeah, guys, here, we're gonna do a little hard pivot here. What do I got?
You mean we're smoking dog shit, man?
Oh, was that Cheech or Chong?
Cheech.
Word. So Chong's the yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. I get them mixed up all the time. All right, we have some new Patreons. In spite of our absence, despite our absence, well, how do you phrase that? People are kind enough to, step up to the plate. They're enjoying our older episodes. They knew we were out there, coming back, not just on vacation.
Close to 150 that they can listen to, so pretty good
guys,
backlog.
It is.
And they're waiting.
I don't know where we left off as far as names, so we'll just start up here in like May. I want to thank Dinosaur for stepping up, being a Patreon. I want to thank Chef Shreds.
Yeah.
He's the man.
With some
Active in the
serious
Discord.
ideas will make us
He's a real funny dude. We love you. Welcome and thank you. We got Logan. Thank you very much, Logan.
Thank you, Logan.
And we got
Appreciate your support.
Nathaniel. Thank you very much, Nathaniel. We have I want to say Mini Squatch.
What a great name.
Mini Squatch.
Thank you.
I love
Is it
some
a
of these
mini-
people's
mini
names, man.
Sasquatch? Yeah.
They get fucking creative.
A mini Sasquatch. But yeah, thank you very much. And that's a VIP Patreon. Here, we got I got one of these.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Thank you very much. We love you. And Liquid Lizard Grows, man. Not only was he kind enough to be my stash buddy for my vacation, which is one of the benefits of our community, guys. Side note, come join our Discord. There's over 500 people, growers from all over the world you can connect with, be a part of this community.
It's not overwhelming, though. It's not overwhelming.
No, it's not at all. It's Discord itself can be a little scary, but if you've ever used a chat room of any type, it's kind of just like that.
It's literally just different Slack. It's the same thing. Like, I hear people that say Discord is clunky. I like Slack. If you ask me, Slack is a lot clunkier than Discord. But
that's right. If you use that for work or Google Teams or whatever the fuck,
they're all pretty much the same.
Company has you use
we're operating fucking handheld computers in our hand. You can figure out a piece of software if you give it a chance.
Truth. Just, learn something new. But come join us. We got a big community, and that's one of the benefits of, coming on board, is that you can link up with all these like-minded people, get advice for your personal grow 24/7. But I would suggest kind of just joining and then lurking a little bit before you just go start posting pictures and help me, I have rust-colored spots, what does it mean? You could do that, but I don't know. Etiquette, guys.
You'll probably get some help, but there are some people that just literally they'll join, pop in, ask a question you've never seen it before, and then you'll answer their question, and then you never hear from them again.
What's your conditions like? Are you gonna give me any info about your setup? No. Okay. But thank you, Liquid Lizard Grows. Thank you very much, man. Again, it's the personal touch of allowing me to kind of invade your private life a little bit was very much appreciated. He told me about a cool place in Buffalo to stop and get chicken wings and beer. I did that.
Where'd you go?
So on the way back, we went to I can't remember the name of it now. It was in a strip mall, man. It looked like this unassuming place. You're gonna make me think of it right after the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were awesome. I do have to say, it doesn't matter where you go in Buffalo. They take their wings seriously. They're automatically, just by default, they're going to be better than any wings you've ever had.
There's a lot of good wing spots in Buffalo.
So,
what's the place that they claim that they're Anchor? They claim they're the where they invented them.
Yeah, that's what they say. We didn't go there. But
they're pretty good. They're not my favorite. The place I can't. The place is escaping me. The place I've been in
was it. It wasn't even Duff's that we went to. We didn't go to the old fashioned ones. We kind of went to some of the newer places that were said to have a little bit better than the tourist trap Duff's and Anchor Bar ones. But I wasn't disappointed, man. Like I said, if you end up in your own little Canada dispensary adventure, find yourself a good wing bar. Find yourself a stash house, buddy.
Yeah. I like Buffalo. Shout out to Buffalo. Fucking
dude, cool city.
Yeah. Buffalo's cool. Shout out to Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, does he live in Buffalo?
The rapper. Got some good shit.
All right, word.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with his work, my friend. So yeah, where were we? We thanked our Patreons. Oh, all right. Here, do we have time? I do want to bring up. I want to bring up a Patreon garden. That's what I want to do. Someone I just mentioned, in fact. We are going to use our mind's eye. If you're listening out there in podcast land, they call it the theater of the mind. We're going to imagine. I'm going to try to describe it like a play-by-play announcer. But if you're watching the video, I'm able to bring up Dinosaur's Garden.
Bang.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So
I like the use of the fucking Home Depot totes there.
Oh no, that's not an Earth box.
It's a Home Depot tote.
Home Depot tote.
Fucking love it. Nice
Holy
work.
Shit. That's awesome, dude. And he made like his own little sip setup with I see it's kind of like an Earth box.
It probably functions very similarly.
It's got sweet. That little PVC pipe at the bottom there. He's got some cover crops, some mulch. I bet you he's growing in organics. Looks like he got a little bit of a fungus gnat issue. I wouldn't say it's an issue because you have it kind of taken care of with your sticky traps. But if you are thinking it's a bit of a problem, maybe you want to get some of that BTI, any product with that Bacillus thuringiensis israeliensis will do you good.
Yeah, MicroLife's got a great product.
That's right. Microbe Life Hydro, shout out. Use code. Do we have a code still? I don't know. Because of our hiatus. Try the code CCMLH15
and report back.
And yeah, let us know. But what's that product called that they have? It's like
mosquito.
No,
bits?
it's not mosquito bits. Shit, that's the stuff that comes as like the pellet form in a bag.
Yeah.
But in any case, yeah, guys, it's pretty easy to. There's a couple things you could do. Diatomaceous earth. This looks like the sticky trap's working great. What the BTI does is it'll take care of the larva stage of the fungus gnat's life cycle, so it kind of like nips it in the bud a little quicker. But yeah, let's get back to how good this guy's setup looks, guys. Here we go. We got some straw mulch.
It's a cool picture. I love the seedling popping out of the ground pictures.
I know.
Those tend to be some of my favorites, honestly. It's just so simple.
Little
the beginning of life.
I'd say, if I had to guess, just by the looks of it, what did you say? That's like a 3-4 day old plant?
Maybe. Yeah, I would have guessed 2-3 tops. Yeah.
They got those cotyledons sticking right out there at the top and the bottom. And cotyledons.
It's like a dinosaur.
Was the Triceratops, Stegosaurus,
Cotyledon,
the cotyledon, and the megalodon. That's a tiny plant right there. That's a baby, like just popped out of the soil right there. It's got that like little purple stem on her.
Pictures.
I know, little purple stem. So yeah, that's a nice. So what he's got to be running autos. I can deduce a bunch of things just by looking at this man's setup, or woman. We can't assign genders to dinosaur, I suppose.
Yeah, or maybe they don't identify as either.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever you are. They're a dinosaur. They don't even identify as human, for Christ's sake. So, I love you, dinosaur. But yeah, this is an auto. I can tell you're running autos because you got like a flowering plant that looks like it's, I don't know, day 58, day 62, something like that.
I could tell they were autos because they're stunted.
It's, oh man, he got you. He got you.
What the fuck you gonna do?
Oh,
they all his plants look
at once.
all his plants look great, but the heavy organic no-till always seems to lead to stunted plants, just from what I've seen.
So I don't know. Is that stunted or is it just a squat plant? Autos can be weird like that. I don't want to. Whoa, what is going on here?
Oh, it's a little starter station, or is he gonna go?
It looks like.
Actually, wait a minute. I see that used to be a DW. On? That looks like a beginning of it. I see the pipes coming out. Some DWC shit going on right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at one point it used to be.
It's gotta be right. Like I mean, or.
That's exactly how you set up a RDWC system with those totes. I've done it.
Like a recirculating
times. Yep.
All right. So I don't know if you see. Can you tell what like this white device is in between
some sort of sensor? That's all I can say.
Well, cool. This is a really interesting setup.
Yeah. I like the usage of the fucking cheap totes, man.
I'm wondering if he's using these because like I'm seeing his mulch and like the same looking soil we saw last time. Mm-hmm. So like this is certainly not a DWC or an RDWC.
I think at one point no, definitely not, because you can see how one of those buckets has a bigger pipe than the other, and then I'm seeing freshly cut PVC there. You can see the shavings on the pipe. Mm-hmm. I bet you he like just chopped it down. Like he probably did DWC, didn't like it, switched to organics. That's my guess.
What do you think he's just using that to like hold the solo cups, or is there some sort of purpose for the?
He's just got holes, and the solo cups are holding themselves by the ridge of the cup.
Word.
Looks like a little double cup action going on there.
Very
too.
Cool. Very cool. I love the cover crop, of course, and your use of DIY stuff. All right, I think we're back to the repeating some pictures, man. Here, does this come through?
Oh, look at all that mycelium.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, as a soil grower, that just makes me rock hard. Love it.
Tell us how you really feel.
What a beautiful garden, Dinosaur. Thank you
nice
for
work,
the
dude.
impromptu and without notice tour of your garden. I hope you don't mind. You're hey, if you do, it's my fault. I'm sorry. I should let you know before the show, but hey, we're getting back into the swing of things, guys.
No, in any case, I mean, if you're a Patreon and you got a room on our Discord and you're posting, we're gonna share your shit. I mean, you're right. Sharing it. I don't think they mind.
I think Tony would say,
"What the fuck you gonna do?"
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna sit there and just deal with us walking through your garden, telling people how we feel about it.
Here.
Yeah.
No
we
call
love
ahead,
you guys.
no nothing. We just
no
barge
notice,
in the door.
no knock. We do the no knock raid.
Once you listen to this, let us know. Is that former DWC system going on there? What do you got? Must be.
Yeah,
That's
man.
My guess.
Let us know in the Discord. He's got his own little channel there. That's what you get if you're a Patreon. You get your own little community channel. But yeah, guys. It is so great to be back. Thank you. Thanks for hanging with us while we were on vacay.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
Indeed. We'll be back next week. No less.
Same
you don't
time,
have to
same
wait
place.
very long, and there's new episodes dropping. I got a little bit of a new, improved workflow for my editing process, so be on the lookout for fresh episodes.
Oh yeah.
Please like and subscribe if you're not already. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
And most importantly, don't get caught.